What's up? How you doing? Uh, I don't do. I know it's been a minute. First off, I don't really do serious videos unless this is the first video you've seen of me. Then this might be a little serious. Nah. On a serious note, um, this is gonna just be like a real ass video. So this is what this is what happened. One of my coworkers, right? He said, "Yo, why are you always so positive, so happy? Like, I want to be like you when I grow up." Like, why are you carefree, right? Maybe not positive. I'm not positive all the time, but carefree, I would agree with. So I made a list of I called it carefree, like it says carefree at the top. I made a list of things that kind of help me be as carefree as possible, and I asked a few people if I should make this video, and they said I should. So hopefully this helps you guys become a little more carefree. So let's get into it. Now, my list is not in any particular order, although as I thought them up, I wrote them down. So I guess it's listed from important to least important. I don't know. But when you're carefree, you don't worry about prioritizing, okay? We don't number things. We just put bullets. So the first thing here I have is don't rely on anyone but yourself. Now, in life, right? I was let down a lot by different people, whether it was friends, families, exes, anything like that. So there's a lot of situations where I would be like, hey, I'm going to need this person for this. Hey, and I'll let them know, hey, I'm going to need you for this. They'll be like, all right, awesome. I'll be there. I got you. And then they let me down. And it happened a lot, where I just had to program myself to just basically do it myself. Because there's a lot of sayings out there, but another one is if you want it done correctly, do it yourself. My main rule is don't rely on anyone but yourself, because when you rely on other people, you end up getting let down a lot. And it's just teaching you to be more self reliant. Like, for example, I can't cook for my life. Have I tried to cook? Yes. It's not fun for me, okay? Because I'd rather not waste the time and money on the food to make something and have it undercooked, have salmonella, have a stomach bug for a week. I'm not down. And I normally have somebody who can cook in my life. However, if I do not, I figure it out. I'm not gonna be like, oh, please, can you cook for me? Like people rely on their parents for food, people rely on their girlfriend for food. I try to just like same if my mom's like, hey, I don't feel like cooking and I live with her, okay, I'll figure it out. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I trusted you. You said you were gonna cook this dinner. I don't do that. And once people can program themselves to just be self-reliant and not have to depend on other people, that'll help you get more of a carefree attitude like I have. So I think that's one of the more important ones. Two, set low expectations. For example, my birthday's coming up in like 2 to 3 weeks. Happy early birthday to me. However, I'm not expecting anything from anyone, right? When you do expect a lot and you don't get what's expected, the expectation that you set, you end up getting upset. So, for example, income tax. Like it's tax season. It's January, February right now. Everybody should have, if not, well, some people already filed their taxes, but some people have gotten their paper for the taxes, right? Before you're processing it, you have a set expectation in your head of how much you want to get, right? Obviously, the people with kids get more, but for the single people who it's just them, they're like, oh, I hope I get 1,000, right? I hope I get 1,000. My expectation that I set for my taxes, I was expecting, I was like, hopefully I can get 400. Because if I didn't get at least 400, I would have been a little upset. That's setting low expectations. But because when I did file my taxes, it was more than double that. It made me happier. It boosted my mood a little bit. So I'm like, oh, it's more than $400. Awesome. And same with Christmas. Go in with very low expectations. Like I don't really ask for anything from anyone, which I'm sure I wrote that down somewhere for the list. But when you go in like for with Christmas, you go in with low expectations for Christmas, saying, "Oh, hopefully I get a nice shirt," and then you get a shirt and say some shoes, and it's like, "Oh shit, this is dope." You get happier. But if you go in saying, "Oh, I hope I got the new iPhone," I hope they got me a new coat. I hope I got whatever game system, whatever people ask for, and you don't get that, that feeling kills you. And I know from experience over all the years of Christmas, which Christmas happens to be my least favorite holiday for that reason. But whenever you go in not expecting to get something crazy, it helps you a lot. So that'll help you not get disappointed as often. That also comes down to relationships. Like if you go in with high expectations, like, oh, this person better be perfect, they better cook, they better clean, they better give me blah. You have like a mindset where you won't settle for less. So if you get with someone who could have been perfect for you, but she don't cook, and you're like, well, I wanted her to cook, so it looks like I gotta move on. You don't have to set lower expectations because you just set yourself up for disappointment, and she's probably gonna get with a winner now. So, you know, by the way, don't mind my stupid ass cat back there. She's probably gonna go to sleep in a little bit. Number 3, look at logic over emotion. All right. The way that I think of everything, it is like kind of like a math problem, right? Back in school, you tried to solve a math problem. Some people said, shit, I gotta study for this. Some people said, I'll just wing it when I get the test. Some people said, you know what, fuck math, and threw their book out the window, right? Don't say fuck math and throw your book out the window. Well, if you're in school, don't do that. I don't encourage it. But my point is, don't act on emotion for anything. One thing is like, oh, boyfriend or girlfriend cheated on you, right? There's 2 ways to go about that. One, you can burn all their shit. You can throw their shit outside. You can go to cops and say they hit you. Or you can be the bigger person, tell them to go, chill with their new boo, and let them leave. I'm all for the second approach. And I set that expectation going into any type of relationship because I myself don't make emotional decisions. Like, I'm sure there's been a few of you that you see something on your phone, and whether it's an angry text or it's something just pisses you off, and your first reaction is just be like, oh, and you about to throw your phone at the wall. I would never do that. Because when it comes down to it, you're just inconveniencing yourself doing that shit and incriminating yourself. What if it's your spouse's phone and you break their phone because you're upset? That's not cool. That's definitely not Joe Carefree. That's definitely not that. But there's so many things that you can like think about before you actually act on it. I understand there's situations where you have to overreact or you feel you have to overreact, but normally throughout like a daily basis, as you guys are hearing me right now, this is how I talk. There's times where a conversation could get aggressive, but my tone would stay the same. It never really comes into like a yelling match with me, you know? But there's situations where you just have to tell yourself, hey, should I react this way right now? Or should I cool off and then look at it from another light? If that makes sense. Number 4, always consider backup plans so you don't get surprises. So I can only speak for myself in this. Um, whenever you, with any decision I make, right? Say it's like getting a car, getting a new job, getting with a new person, whatever the case may be. In the back of your head, well, in the back of my head, I'm talking about myself. I keep a backup plan, right? Not a backup girlfriend, but a backup plan. Like, what if what I have in my head goes wrong? The way my mind is set up, I have a backup plan in the back of my head. And even when things do go wrong, I tend to find another backup plan. So it's like being over prepared for situations that haven't happened yet, but can happen at any time. Even if you don't think you're going to get fired, if you don't think you're going to be, living by yourself in an apartment when your girl leaves you, if you don't think, the car, like you can afford your car, those are things to think about before making decisions. So that'll also help kind of going with number 3, which was make more logical decisions over emotional decisions. So it just helps you overall, and it'll help you be carefree. I'm done. Number 5, make goals to prepare for your future goals. Make goals to prepare for your future goals. What the fuck did I say that for? I guess what I wrote down was like, set a plan and try to follow that plan as much as possible. So say you didn't have a car, right? Say you're like, okay, in 6 to 8 months, I'm trying to have a car. What can I do to make sure I have a car by that point today? Right? So whether that's putting a little money on the side for your check, whether that's, taking out a loan, building up your credit, anything like that. It's basically what I was saying is like, you just need to think ahead. It's investing for your future, trying to see like things from now that can affect you later. Like, for example, I started looking into cryptocurrencies, investing into that. So that I'm kind of like investing in. So that is like a backup long term plan. But investing now is going to help me for the future. Also, like 401k with your job. Like, I know most jobs match like a certain percentage. Set that up if you haven't, because down the line, if anything happens, you have that extra money you can take out. It's just like staying prepared, being woke, keep your third eye open, But yeah, that was it. Just prepare for the future because you never know. Number 6, be confident in everything you say or do. Fake it till you make it. So this comes into confidence. Now, I've worked in sales for a very long time. I've also worked in customer service for a very long time. In order to get that trust from other people, you need to have that confidence. Sometimes you need to fake it till you make it. But I was mainly saying fake it till you make it for like job interviews. So if you go into a job interview and you're like, hey, I'm Joe. I really want the job. I think I'm gonna be good for it. I think I'm gonna be good for it. It seems like a okay place to work or a nice place. I hope you guys call me. That was the shittiest interview you could have gave. But if I came in like, hey, my name's Joe. I want to work here because this is a great company to work for. So from what I've heard, and I'm trying to grow with the company, trying to make a career out of this, and I'd be the best person for you guys to pick. Go in blazing hot every time in everything you say. Whether it's just answering somebody's question or a job interview, you need to go in blazing hot, confident as hell, fake that shit till you make that shit. Because there's plenty of times I'm going into a job and I'm like, this ain't gonna be the best job. This is definitely not gonna be the best job. I don't know if I should just say fuck it. I don't know if I should just walk out. I'm not down. So my thing is, as long as you go in with that confidence every time and everything you say or do, you will get that trust. People will look at you in a different way. Like, you can tell when somebody's confident in anything. So as long as you got that little bit of pep in your step, you'll be A1 no steak sauce. Here's number 7. Don't give a damn about anyone's opinion of you. So here's the thing, right? A lot of people have a lot of shit to say at all times. I'm sure there's been plenty of times you either heard a rumor about you, somebody looked at you some type of way, people have whispered about you, you've seen somebody talk about you, whatever the case may be. My rebuttal to that is, are they paying your bills? Are they? Let me know, because I need my bills paid. Don't let anybody who's not paying your bills affect you emotionally. Don't let anybody mess with you mentally, emotionally, or physically, unless they're paying your bills. Because no matter what anybody else has to say about you, you still doing what you need to do. Nothing they're doing is affecting you. Nothing they're doing should affect you. So why do you care about their opinion? Stay woke. That's another thing. People say I'm carefree because they could say whatever to me, and I'll be like, okay, all right, cool. That's my reaction to all 3 of those. Like, okay, all right, cool. There's no reason to like argue, and there's no reason to turn up over every situation, everything said about you. One thing is defending yourself. That's another situation. Like if you're defending yourself, that's different. But just people just talking shit, just let them talk. So what? Just do you, boo boo. Do you, boo boo. But don't let other people affect your day. Is what I'm saying. All right, here's another one. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one, but I wrote it down because I feel like this was this was around the time where I'm like, I don't know what else to put. I said, look out for others who look out for you. Just don't let them take advantage. My thing is, treat others how they treat you, right? So if somebody's like, yo, let me borrow $10, I'll give it back to you on Friday. The last conversation you had with that person, where you needed something, did they help you out? Were they there in your time of need? Those are the things you have to kind of like see in people over time. Now, if this is just somebody you just met, don't give that motherfucker $10. But I'm just saying, like, don't let people take advantage of you. I think that's what I was trying to say. You just kind of have to pay attention to people and see how they move before you act on certain things. Especially the ones who be talking shit. You do never, ever, ever look up. You never do that. That's frowned upon. That's like in the Job book of vibes. You need to just cross that one out. Okay, we're not doing that. All right, number 9. Observe others before you speak too soon. Protect your emotions. I just watched that show Joe. That show You on Netflix, right? Hear me out. The way he observed every little detail and thought ahead is the same way I think about things. Just paying attention to all the actions and things that they do and how they act and how they speak, because that tells a lot about a person, how they kind of go about life. And you can just tell, like, not even just based on like appearance or age, like listening to what they say, how they say it, what they do on a daily basis, things like that. For the record, I would never show up at a bitch's house. He did the most. I just want to drop that right there before the assumptions come. Okay. My main point here was stay observant as fuck. Okay. Just pay attention to every little detail of everything. Even the things that you don't think are important. Keep those in the back of your head. Number 10. Always speak your mind. Don't hold things back. When you're upfront and real about everything, you get a certain amount of respect. People probably don't like you, depending on how blunt you are or how real or honest you are. But in the back of their head, they do appreciate it. Because there's plenty of times I told somebody some real shit and they got upset, but they appreciated the honesty. So it could work against you depending on how you kind of go about things and how you say it. But for me, I rather have 100% transparency than have somebody who isn't as honest and lie. Like I'd rather have the blunt truth than a lie. As soon as something comes to your mind, you let that shit be known. Number 11, use creative outlets. So I wrote like music, tattoos, art. So whenever you're, well, for me, because this is how to be carefree. Um, for me, I like to express myself in many ways. So like I have a bunch of tattoos. I do like artwork. Like I actually wanted to do graphic design in college, which I did a little bit, but YouTube, I'm here to express myself right now. This is a form of expression. But do things that make you happy. Because if you don't do things that make you happy, you're gonna be very, very miserable, especially if you're by yourself. So just try to go out and do whatever it is that you want to do. Find people that want to do the same things as you, and then you'll have a fucking awesome time. I also like Pokemon for no reason. I have no idea why, but it's dope. I still play Pokemon Go because I'm a gangster. But no, just find ways to express yourself. Whether it's drawing, I can't draw, but sometimes I'll doodle. Tattoos. You know, music is another thing I'm really big on. I have music notes tatted somewhere. Yeah, just express yourself in as well as you'd like and embrace it. Number 12 and the last one, never change who you are for anyone. So there's a certain saying, for approval, you need to act a certain way, right? With a certain click. In high school, I didn't have any clicks. Like, I pounded the jocks, waved at the cheerleaders, dapped up with the nerds, peaced out with the goths, like hollered at the preps. Like I was literally everybody. Well, I wasn't a jock, I promise you, but I was cool with everybody, is what I'm saying. But I never changed, and people know that. They're like, "Oh, that's Joe. Oh, that's Joe. Oh, you know Joe Dupree." Like if you say my name, people would know. Oh, Joe Dupree. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know him. Like I'm just. It's probably because of the Carefree that I have. But when you just act natural, people see that shit. They see that you're a real person. You're a genuine person. Like you, I don't ever fake anything. There's nothing to fake. This is 100% me. Which that might have to be with the tattoos too. I'm trying to express myself and show you who I am. Like, I like Batman. I like Pokemon. Like, I have a frozen heart on my sleeve. I only speak truth. Like, all of that shit is like, it's me. I have a Batman hat on my head. There's a Batman bag. This is a Batman bag. Look at this. Look at this. It's a Batman bag. Like, this is me. But don't ever fake anything for anybody's approval, because over time that shit is whack. Just be you. Do you, boo boo. Do you. I gotta put that in big ass letters across the screen. Do you, boo boo. You don't have to fake anything for anybody. Like even for, I know there's some people trying to get the parents' approval of your girlfriend or boyfriend, and you want to act a certain way. Why? Their opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you should be caring about is your girl or your boyfriend. Like, their parents' opinion of you should not make a difference. Like interracial relationships. Oh, I don't want them to hate on me because I'm black. So what, bro? Be black. You're not gonna don't act white. Bro, do what you need to do. Don't fake a personality because people see that shit and it's like, it's just weird. Like, bro, just be genuine. That's literally the last thing. Just be yourself. Don't ever fake anything for anybody, because at the end of the day, which this goes back to one of the other numbers, nobody's paying your bills. So you need to do what you need to do. And that's expressing yourself, relying on yourself. Do you, boo-boo, okay? This was a long list. I didn't think the video was going to be this long. I'm going to have some editing to do. But I think this was a good talk. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more content like this, or give me ideas to do for lists, because I can make some more lists on, but hopefully that gives you guys a better idea of, how to be as carefree as possible, how to just be happy, how to just do you boo boo. But yeah, on that note, Don't y'all forget to like my page on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, all that bullshit. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. Thank you.